Mr. Speaker, this bill is vital and goes to the heart of keeping communities safe from those seeking to do us harm. Covert human intelligence has been essential in disrupting many of the terrorist plots stopped by our agencies, and I was happy to vote this bill through at second reading for the simple reason being that defence of the realm is the primary objective of any government. As we know, a criminal conduct authorisation may be granted where it's necessary for one of three purposes: national security, the prevention of detection of crime, or in the interest of the economic well-being of the UK. And from the relative comfort of this place, it's perhaps not for us to reason why, nor should we dare to understand the pressures that our security services are under. But it is for us to give them the tools that they need to do their job and to allow them the freedom of action that they need to keep us safe. There is a clear distinction here, for clipping the wings of this bill could be and will be counterproductive. Lord's Amendment 3 allows anyone who's been a victim of a crime under a CCA remaining able to claim compensation under Criminal Injuries Compensation Scheme or Northern Ireland CICS. And that's fine. But during this debate, the Minister has outlined that the Government is listening to ways of providing additional reassurances to Parliament and the public on what safeguards may be possible and operationally workable. This would be achieved by bringing forward an amendment in lieu which makes it clear that a person can access the compensation scheme where appropriate. So I am sympathetic to Lord's Amendment 3B regarding criminal justice compensation, and I would urge the Government to consider it as a concession, which it is now doing. As for Lord's Amendment 4, we know that this House disagreed on the basis that the provision of these safeguards for juveniles and vulnerable individuals is unworkable. The other place conceded, and in its place has proposed 4C to 4F. Once again, the Government said that while it does agree in principle, it cannot support them in their current form, as it would create operational issues that risk unintended consequences for the young person or vulnerable adult. I therefore agree that this requirement risks the viability of the power and, crucially, the safety of the juvenile. But I do support the Government's counter-amendments that put the requirement for juvenile criminal conduct to be authorised only in exceptional circumstances into the bill. I also agree with the decision to tighten the definition of exceptional circumstances, and this is welcome. These circumstances will exist only where there is no reasonably foreseeable harm to the juvenile as a result of the authorisation, and where it's believed to be compatible with the best interests of the individual, as per Amendment 4, with an appropriate adult in place for meetings with under-16s and the presumption that it would be the same for 16 and 17-year-olds. So to conclude, I'll be supporting the Government today, but would urge the Minister to be mindful of the Lord's recommendations at Amendment 3, and I also welcome the compromises now at Amendment 4. Thank you.